Hello everyone, welcome to my educational video. Today's topic is tense. As we all know, in order to write correct English, we need to have a strong control and strong sense of tense or verb forms. In today's video, I will be discussing the various types of tense and I will be also discussing various examples which will give you a clear idea of how tenses can be used. In today's video, I will be discussing up to present tense, and in the subsequent videos, you will get to know about the other two types also. Now, tense or verb forms. The definition of tense. Before going on to the types, we just want to go quickly over what tense is. Now, tense actually means a sense of time. Whenever we are doing an action, that action would either belong to the present time or to the time which is already past or a time which is going to come in future. So, tense or verb forms, they give you the correct sense of timing of that particular action. Again, tense also shows the state of an action or event, in which state it is in. And modern grammar has a new name for tense, that is verb forms. In order to construct a correct sentence, we must develop an accurate sense of tense. As we all know, there are three main types of tenses depending on the time: the present, the past, the future. The present tense. Now, each of these tenses can be further divided or subdivided into four subdivisions, that is simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. The first type, simple present tense. We use simple present tense to denote a habitual action. Now, what does habitual action mean? Habitual action means something that we do out of habit or out of practice. For example, I go for a walk every morning. I study every evening. I take my dinner at 7 p.m. So all these, actions, they are presenting some action or some habit that we do every day. Next, simple present tense is also used to express a general truth, a truth which is known to all. For example, the Ganga flows from the Himalayas, or the sun rises in the east. Interestingly, present tense also denotes a future event that is already known to us. We already know that this is going to happen. It's a future event, but it is denoted through present tense. Let's see how. The annual school sports starts at 8 a.m. tomorrow. The Rajdhani Express leaves at 4 p.m. from Howrah station. So all these things are known to us, although it is going to happen in the future. So these are the three ways that we use simple present tense. Now we go over to present continuous tense. We use it to denote an action which is going on in the present. For example, Soham is studying since morning. Then we use it for denoting a temporary action. That means an action which has not happened in the past, an action we don't know whether it is going to continue in the future, but it is happening in the present. For example, My brother is going for swimming nowadays. Then again, we use it to denote a planned action in near future. For example, Mr. Roy is leaving for Chennai tomorrow. Now this and the simple present tense usage of a future event are more or less same. Okay. For example, the election is going to take place from 20th of April. So an event which is already planned in the future is also denoted with the help of present continuous tense. We now move over to present perfect. Let's see how it is used. An action that has been completed recently. For example, I have just finished my homework, or my mother has just finished her cooking, or the guests have just arrived. All right. Then we also use it to denote an action that has taken place at some unknown time in the past, and we are denoting it now. We are talking about it now. For example, Mr. and Mrs. Sahani have traveled all over the world. Then we also use it to express an action that has happened in the past but has an effect in the present. The children have broken the bench while jumping on it. The boys broke the window pane while playing cricket. Not broke. The boys have broken the window pane while playing cricket. Okay, so the children breaking the bench, that effect is still there. The bench is still broken. Similarly, the boys who were playing cricket have broken the window pane. That effect is still there. So an action which has happened in the past, but it has an effect in the present. Then we move over to present perfect continuous. This is used when we want to denote an action that started at some time in the past and is still continuing. For example, it has been raining since yesterday. Then we also use it to denote a repeated action. For example, I have been visiting the library every week since last year. So some action which has been repeated. In this case, since last year, I have been going to the library every week. And then we have another usage, that is to ask and answer questions about the duration of an action. For example, how long have you been waiting in the queue? So that is all about present tense that we discussed. Let's just brush it up once more. Present tense, simple present tense, where we use this tense to denote habitual action, a general truth, a future event. Then there is present continuous tense, which we use to denote an action going on in the present, a temporary action or a planned action in future. Then we have present perfect to denote an action that has been completed recently, an action that has taken place at some, say, unknown time in the past, and to denote an action that has happened in the past but has an effect in the present. And then finally, the present perfect continuous tense, which is used to denote an action that started at some time in the past and is still continuing, or to denote a repeated action, or even to ask and answer questions about the duration of an action. That's what we learn about present tense. We will come up with another video related to tense, that would be on past tense. If you have liked the video, please subscribe and share. Thank you.